Say merry meet and blessed be. Say hello. This is our puppy Astra. Say hello. Hi. She just knocked over my coffee cup and has taken off with it. So she came to say hello. She's about 4 months old now. So here, you can get down now. She thinks she's a big lap dog. She has grown probably 3 times the size we've had her in the past month. So, she's hanging out with me today up here. All the cats are taking their mid-afternoon nap. If you heard yesterday the sound of the wind, and it sounded like rocks being thrown out the window, what that was actually the wind knocked over a tree that had been partially knocked over and was propped up against a poplar tree um, from the Hurricane Helene. And yesterday when the wind gust came up, it actually made it fall all the way down. It'll make it easier actually for us to, or I say us, but it's really what I for White Oak to actually cut it down for us. So I brought her up on my lap just so she could say hello. Now she doesn't want to leave. Anyway, she's a very big lap dog. All right, so excuse me, today is the 50-51 protests in American cities across all 50 states. I am not participating only because I have certain health issues that make it really difficult for me to walk, stand, and it's 85 degrees here too after it been kind of cool, and so now it's gotten warmer. I know. Ugh. All right, can you get down for me? Hop down. That's a girl. Good girl. Okay, so all right. Anyway, I'm getting ready to do the readings today. I'm going to try and do some shorts and see what I can do with that. With it being Saturday, ruled by Saturn, and I honor the goddess Demeter. This is my figurine for Demeter. And at some point, I'll have to show you what my altars actually look like of that I set up for each day. I actually honor 2 deities of the Olympian deities per day. The other one for today is Dionysus, but he's over there on my bookshelf. So I'm going to start off on a couple of oracles first. The first one being the same one that I did yesterday, which is the goddess oracle. The other one is a new one that I got also at Yule, thanks to White Oak, is the classical mythology oracle, which I absolutely love because I really like those. So I'm going to start off with that, and because of what's her name, Colette Baron Reed, who did the goddess oracle, I'm using her good tarot for the tarot reading part, and I didn't feel drawn to much other else except for possibly the enchanted map oracle, but I felt like I already had 2 oracle cards, 2 oracle decks, so I don't know. And I'm trying to get a little more brief as I go. So I'm going to start with the classical one and just kind of do like maybe like a 3-card reading to see what the energies are of what we need to know right now based upon mythological themes to start with, and seeing where that goes. So it's really been interesting. I don't know how many are watching my videos or actually seeing them, but I am found them interesting because it seems like each day is building upon the next, even though I'm using different decks. And I always find that fascinating. So for my own records, I'm enjoying this very much. It's not too hard to actually add to it because I'm already doing this on a daily basis for myself, and I'm just kind of showing you a little bit what I do. I'm kind of including you in my daily routine. So it's kind of a neat way of doing it. It's also kind of forcing me to make sure that I'm sticking to my routine. I don't have a specific schedule right now of when. I'm just kind of doing when it feels right and when I feel like, oh, I got a break or whatever. Or before I start getting going. I don't know. It's been... And I also want to do it kind of quickly because I turn off all the fans and the AC because they're kind of loud and it's going to get hot really quickly. So I do that. All right, so Let's ask the Lord and the Lady, the God and the Goddess, and ancestors, angels, and guides. What message do you have for us today to kind of contemplate as we go about our days? Dream time for me has been really super interesting. I find it very creatively inspiring, which is excellent since I am a writer and I need the inspiration of the muses. All right, I cut, and let's see. Mnemosyne. Mnemosyne is the goddess of memories, and the reason why I have that sort of look to me is because we kept having the Six of Cups coming up, indicating something from the past. We also had Judgment coming up, which is also about kind of like a karmic repetitiveness, something repeating itself from the past. So, Mnemosyne is about revisiting the past through our memories and finding inspiration through these glimpses of flashbacks for learning about ourselves. Oh, I don't know if you noticed, but it's like a starry butterfly behind the clock there. That is beautiful. I love blue butterflies. It's kind of like, it's a symbol that shows up in my life a lot. Hercules, warrior energy challenges strength and confidence. Get some God energy coming in with to balance our goddess. A narcissist, vanity, grandiosity, self-obsessed. Narcissist. Narcissist is the myth that the word narcissist comes from. The world is dealing with a narcissist right now, so I'm not too entirely surprised. Hades, darkness, transformation of the shadow self. It's right about the god wanting to come in. Pygmalion. Oh, she pulled on the cord. Oops. Pygmalion is if you ever watched the movie Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts and Richard Gere, that is taken from the myth of Pygmalion. It's idealism, infatuation, romanticism. I'm going to do one more because I'm kind of feeling like what we're needing is to break away from that sense of idealism as a form of control. And it's funny when I lay the cards out because it looks like Hades is about to just like stab her in the back with his staff. And Hypnos, dream, sleep, rest, and the astral self. So, I mentioned the dreams. We had memories coming up. I might actually grab my Rider-Waite here in a minute just to kind of. I'm going to continue on with the Good Tarot, but if I feel like it, I might need to do more with that. Let's see what the goddess has to say. Let's try our goddess oracle here and see what she is up to while I contemplate these cards for a minute. Mnemosyne is memories. Hercules is the warrior spirit. Narcissus is self-obsession and grandiosity. Hades is transforming the shadow self. Pygmalion is idealism. Hypnosis, dreams, sleep, and rest. On a Saturday, dealing with Saturn, which has to do with the karmic justice, time. Mnemosyne is like time. What are you knocking over? Hi. You already drank all my coffee. What are you getting into? I'm talking to the dog, and I have like 9 cats in here. Actually, 8. The other cat is outside. Warrior likes to be outside. And Dionysus is on my bed. He thinks he's a cat. He's a dog, but he self-identifies as a cat. And he's over there just chilling. So, all right. I love my animals. I love my fur babies. All right. Let's see. Skuld, the future. That's interesting. Skuld is a Norse goddess. She, I can't remember if she actually a frost giant. Does anybody know? I don't know the Norse as well as I should. It's a beautiful image, though, isn't it? I love that image. So it's interesting because we have Mnemosyne, which is the past, and then we have Skuld, which is the future. And I'll have to look her up and maybe share a little bit more about her. I went ahead and pulled Nike. The next one is Nike Ambition. I don't know why she wrote down that she's ambition. She actually is about victory. She accompanies Athena. Makes me think of the Ace of Swords that we had been receiving, and then Aphrodite, which is interesting because that was yesterday's. So even though I pulled them in a different order, the way they came up seems to be like past, present, future. So it's kind of funny here. All right, let's see here. Hi. Are you trying to get yourself in trouble? She's a really good dog. Except for yesterday where she made me chase after her, which is why she's in here with me. Because I don't want to chase after her. I want to make sure that I can find her until we can set up like a yard for her. It's only been the last couple of days, but she's really been wanting to explore beyond her area here. And I'm too old to be chasing after you. It's too hot, too. You gonna help me do cards? So, oh, she's quite fascinated with this. She's quite fascinated by it. But yeah, I hope to be able to, it's a lot of ums, to, to be able to have more than one camera. Kind of doing the ums because I'm thinking at the same time I'm talking, but I don't know if we need a vacuum of silence between us or not. Go with what feels right with the energies. I'm looking forward to being able to teach again over video. I miss teaching. I really enjoy that. I enjoy my writing. I like how my life is going. 4 of air, which would be 4 of swords. Taking a time out, taking a break. These are a little different with these cards. They're simplified down. And what they're mainly are is you're looking at your element, and then you're looking at the number for the numerology is how you read this particular deck. So when we're looking at air, we're thinking of the element of air, which is our mind. And 4 means stabilizing our mind, grounding it down. This is, I don't know. Let's see, what did I do with it? What did I do with the cards a moment ago? Oh, there they are. The way she's looking down makes me think of Narcissus for some reason. So, but the traditional meaning of the card is to rest and relax. But this is, I'm feeling more of like a sense of contemplation of maybe, because it's making me think of Narcissus. The myth of Narcissus, not narcissism, but the myth of Narcissus, where he looks into the reflection of himself in the water. That's what I kind of see what she's doing. So I kind of am picking up of getting a bird's eye view of your emotions, looking down into the water, looking up and contemplating and evaluating your emotions. Miss Astra, you're making a lot of noise. The moon. is the next one. And that would be more of the traditional meaning of this. But I'm actually feeling that it's about using your intuition, self-reflection. I'm feeling like there's very much a theme of self-reflection here, which would go along with the dreams and the memories, your idealism, shadow self, transforming your shadow self, and using that hero energy of the warrior facing the challenges with strength and confidence, which makes me also think of the strength card that we had yesterday. I think it was yesterday, or was it the day before? Anyway, it just makes me think of the strength card, because one of Hercules' 12 trials that he had, 12 challenges that he had to do, was with the lion, which is where the myth of Leo is actually coming from. So the Hierophant, boy, 4 for 4 now each day with the Hierophant coming up. It's kind of an interesting way of looking at it. It doesn't have the acolytes or the priest of it either. It's somebody with wings, like Nike. Nike has wings. There seems to be the moon, the crescent moon on top there as well, with the air. Of course, look at it. All right, take this, right? Take this card. See her wings and the moon. 4 of air and the moon. How did you get up there, Miss Astra? Contemplation, intuition. Ace of Earth. The stag would represent the horn god. I'm going to pause this just for a minute. Sorry about that. They were getting kind of loud there. So, because it's reversed, that's why I was covering it. It just says Ace of Earth, which would be representative of the Pentacles. So an ace is the beginning of, and then you would think of the element of earth. And the symbol under that he's standing upon is the tricycle, the triple spiral of the goddess. The messenger of fire. That's Brie or Bridget, representing Imbolc, the Sabbath of Imbolc. She would be comparable to the Page of Wands. The pages are all messengers. That's why they did that. This is more of a teaching deck. Interesting that we get Justice. Also with the wings again. Dionysus. He's not happy because she's up on the bed. That's his domain. The 7 of Fire, which is the 7 of Wands. Let me think. 7 of Wands. 6 is victory. 7 is defending your beliefs. I definitely need to do a Rider-Waite. Page of Fire. We have a Messenger of Fire, and then you have Page of Fire. That's confusing, isn't it? I don't work with this deck very often. I just felt like I needed to today. Then 6 of Air. A 6. What is a 6? It's a flying ship. I just think it's interesting because this one and the 4 of Air have that air-water energy to it, it seems. And then the Queen of Air, which is the Queen of Swords, which refers to Athena. And Nike is connected with Athena. So wisdom, justice, and Athena is where we get democracy from. Athens originally came from democracy came from Athens, and it is named for Athena. So it's like she is protecting us. 10 of Earth underneath would be the 10 of Pentacles, which is that legacy that we talked about a few days ago. And where is my Rider-Waite deck? I had to put all my decks up there for that, and I don't know exactly where it is, so maybe I'm not supposed to. Oh, maybe I'm not supposed to today. I didn't feel like it when I started, so I don't know. Oh well. All right. Just dropping all my boxes. That's a Enchanted Tarot. It's a children's one. Oh, here we go. Maybe I can do this one. I'll do the Green Witch one, which is kind of my go-to. I'll do that one real quick, and then I think I can wrap this up in 10 minutes, and that wouldn't be a problem. Okay. Go ahead and finish this up with the Green Witch Tarot. Sorry, doing this with all the animals bugging me. They were all chilled. They were all chilled out when I started to do this, and Astra came over and decided to drink my coffee, as if she needs to be more hyper. Astra means star. Stars. I think it's plural, actually. It's a character in one of my books. That's who White Oak named her after. Was a character in one of my books. Which, that channel I'm hoping to get started on, so I can start teaching people about my books and get you interested. And I just got to get everything set up and organized and then on schedule. It's going to be a process to do that. Let's see. Strength. The Harvest. Lord of Shadows. Eight of Pentacles. The King of Wands. Ace of Chalices. Page of Wands. Six of Pentacles. Eight of Chalices. Of Cups. And then the Oak King, who is associated with the stag. It's the Hangman. Different perspective. I think it's just kind of the feeling like I'm getting is that we're needing strength to confront our shadows as we can draw to a conclusion. The Page of Wands, or the Messenger of Fire, generally comes, it's a message that will come from a younger person or a child. And the message will have something to do with inspiring creativity. It's like a message of inspiration in some way. Something that will help give you more confidence in yourself, a sense of inspiration for creativity, reigniting your passion, things like that. That's the kind of message it will be generally from the kids. All right, I'm going to leave it there. For those of you that are observing Easter tomorrow, happy Easter. I will do another video later on for that. Not for Easter, just tomorrow I'll do a video. So yeah, hopefully I can get my tongue to keep up with my brain so that I can actually convey words without feeling like I'm getting tongue-tied. Since, you know, Mercury is direct now, so I have no excuse to be this way. Of course, I tend to do better in Mercury retrograde because I have Mercury retrograde in my chart. So where everybody else is kind of having problems and such, I feel like I can communicate better. It just doesn't seem to stick very well. That's usually the reason for it. Anyways, well, have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you on the morrow. All right. Merry part until Merry meet again. Blessed be. Bye now.